Oh my gosh, man. So I have something to talk to the vlog about that. Something devastating that happened yesterday. I don't know. It just like this really sort of hurts me. I was supposed to go and film the story of a street food seller here in Mandaluyong. I wanted to film her going to the Pasay Market in the morning. I wanted to film her entire day. And I was supposed to meet her at a Starbucks at about 1 o'clock in the morning. So I went there, and long story short, the plans fell through. She didn't know that we were meeting on that day, which is fine. A dog caught my eye across the street. He was walking around without a leash. It was weird. It was like a cut off leash or something. Like it's almost like he was wearing the choker chain and then half of a leash. But he was quite curious and he had quite a lot of energy. I could see it because I was just staring at him. He was a stray dog, and I felt bad, and I saw. I wasn't sure if the people across the street who were waiting for their tricycle, I wasn't sure if they owned him. I wasn't sure what it was. So long story short, this dog got run over by a taxi. I had been sitting there looking at this dog for 30 minutes waiting for my friend. And the reason I was there in the first place was because I was going to meet my friend. And I just found it really weird that I got to witness this happen. It's almost like it was the perfect time, the perfect place. I'm sure this happens a lot in the Philippines. But this taxi driver just decided to run over this dog. I mean, I could hear the squeal. I could hear the hit and I could hear the squeal. And I looked over and I saw a dog go underneath of a tire and then bounce around on the back tire before getting spit out the end, the back of it. And then I proceeded to watch this dog run in circles, yelping. And I originally thought that this dog had broken its back or something, or maybe it didn't quite go underneath of the tire, or maybe it broke its leg. I wasn't exactly sure what I had just seen. So the dog went over, squealed about for a bit, ran over to this one spot, and I didn't hear anything. I was in shock. I had never seen anything like that before. I wasn't sure what to do. I just felt terrible. Like I had just seen a dog get run over by a car. And then I started to get angry because I started to think about what just happened. A taxi driver ran this dog over and they didn't stop. They didn't seem to care. It seemed like they didn't give a about this dog. And now I don't know the extent of this dog's injury. So I get my things, I put them in my bag, and I walk across the street. And I see this dog laying down on the pavement, and it looks like it's just gasping for air. I thought it was sleeping, naive. I thought it was sleeping, but it was sitting there gasping for air. It was dying. And it had its stomach on the floor. Its legs were spread out. And it died. It died in front of me. And I just remember just wanting to cry. And I just sat there and I kneeled down. I had my head in my hands. I couldn't believe what I had just witnessed. And I thought there's nothing I can do for this dog right now. I was thinking if it broke its leg or if it broke its back, I would take it to a vet. I don't know what the I could do. I don't know if there's any place to even take this dog here in the city for medical attention. But it was dead. So I walked back here. I decided I'm done with this video. There's no way I can shoot the video. Besides, the woman forgot that we were doing it on that day anyway, and I came back here and I sat on my couch and I cried for a bit. I just couldn't believe what I just saw, and it's sad. I'm actually more angry about it and guilty about it than sad right now. I am sad for that dog. But I feel guilty because for a split second, I was thinking in my head, I was like, wow, this dog is young and it's running around and it's curious and it's looking at me and it's got a lot of energy and it looks like it would really love me and I would really love it. But the problem is I live in a condominium and you have to put a diaper on your dog every time you take it out and there's nowhere for it to pee. And there's nowhere for it to literally, empty its bowels because there's nothing. There's just concrete. And I'm like, that's no life for a dog. I don't know what to do for this dog right now. And I was thinking that in my mind, and I was thinking, I've never seen a dog get run over before. They always seem to just get out of the way of the cars. No matter how much time they spend in the middle of the road, they always tend to get out of the way of the cars. Well, not this time. This taxi driver seemed to not give a about that dog. And that is what pisses me off the most. It's okay if you hit a dog on accident. But this taxi driver, I mean, you, dude. Like, you didn't even stop. You didn't even slow down. You didn't give that dog time to get out of the way. You were just like, well, whatever happens, happens. And, if it gets run over, it gets run over. And that really pisses me off. I never wanted to beat up anyone before, really. I don't really care. But if that guy was in front of me, I would beat his if he was in front of me right now. Like, I would. I decided to make a video about this because someone commented down below in one of my videos, my latest vlog. She said that I came back to the Philippines for 2 weeks a couple years ago and I couldn't stand to stay because of seeing all the dogs and the cats, the stray dogs and cats. And she said that maybe somebody can say something about it or do something about it in the metro. And I feel guilty because I could have done something. I mean, it starts with you. When you want to do something to better the planet, it starts with you. What are you going to do? You can make the Amazon's burning. Everything is happening. The coral reefs are getting destroyed. Like, what are you? I can make a video about it. I could say all this stuff that I want to say, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna get my plastic. I'm still gonna put my food in the plastic. What am I going to do about it? I don't like to make videos where I am not backing up my point of view with action. So what am I gonna do about this? What can I do to help the stray dogs? Well, that's a tough question to answer because there are so many of them and the people here are just barely hanging on for themselves. There's nowhere to take your dog. There's no parks to go. It's not an easy problem to solve. And it's just, it just sort of is what it is. There's nothing that you can really do about it. At least that's what it seems like to me. If I took that dog in, I don't know if I'm going to be here in a year. But I could have done something. And, that's the saddest part to me. I could have done something. That dog probably could have had a good life if or at least another year of his life if I took care of him. And I wouldn't have wanted to leave him again. And this is all stuff that is really sad to me. That dog could have lived. That dog could be alive right now. I've seen 6, 7-year-old kids on the street laying on a cardboard box, sleeping while people are walking by them. I've seen mothers with their children homeless, in bad shape. There's a lot of things to solve here. And for me, someone from privilege to talk about this stuff at length, it just seems a little disingenuous. I'm not doing much of anything. Well, I'm trying to donate money. I have $20,000 in student loans to pay off. I'm trying to put all that money towards the student loans. And then when I pay them off, then maybe I can start to help with these sorts of things. Maybe I can have some more free time to, make a foundation for stray dogs in Manila and find out a way that we can find homes for just one dog at a time. I mean, I suppose it's just figuring out a way that you can help one dog at a time. I mean, we can't solve the whole problem, but maybe, I don't know, This is something that is dear to my heart, though. Just like the orphan kids, Just like donating to the children's shelter of Cebu City. I donated there before. I try to donate my money to a variety of causes. I've probably donated anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500. You know, and you guys have helped me do that. I probably donated $2,000 to $2,500 back into the Philippines, and I want to continue to do that, and I love doing that. But as far as like me organizing something myself and figuring it out myself, I don't have the time for that yet. So this new Mayor Isko from Manila, I just know he's a great guy. I know he's got a heart. I know that stray dogs. I don't think that dogs have the same. I don't think that dogs have the same value here as they do in America. In America, we just love them, you know. And here, they're probably looked at as a nuisance. And I sort of understand that point of view as well. But at the same time, like, it just really hurts as a foreigner to see that. It makes me not want to come here. Does that make any sense? It probably makes a lot of people. Probably makes the hearts of a lot of people break. I don't see stray dogs in Singapore. You know, that's like one less thing that I have to feel bad about when I'm visiting their country and having a good time. And I think a lot of people come to Manila. A lot of foreigners come to Manila. It's a jumping off point, you know, before going to Boracay or Palawan or anything like that. And you see stray dogs here. And if this problem could be solved, starting in Manila and then working its way out into the metro. I will do anything you need me to do to spread that message. Like, I'll make videos, I'll make Instagram posts, I will try my best to get the message out there. I'll donate money. I don't have the time right now to set that up. But trust me, I will help with anything. If you need me to come to an event, if you need me to I will help with that. So this is me just putting something out there for the world, a message out there. I'm gonna follow through on this. This is not just me saying something about it and then signing off. No, like, this is something that I'm going to keep working on for the future. And I hope that I can work with people to, you know, eradicate this problem in Metro Manila. That would be so cool if we could eradicate it first in Metro Manila and then take some sort of a plan or a structure and move that to other cities like Cebu City or General Santos City. And maybe humanize these dogs a bit more and make them more. We should feel bad for them. They love human beings. All they want to do is be taken care of, and they're multiplying. You know, because there's just so many of them. I don't know what to do. I would love your comments. I would love to know what you think that we need to do to solve this problem. Thank you all for watching. It's a bit different for me. It's a bit of a different vlog for me.